Okay, last time on Yet the Butterfly Flutters Away, Hu Tao's story quest. The mysterious Wangsheng's
One
parlor.
client,
The traveler
two
and Paimon are
clients,
traveling
three
through Wulong
clients.
Hill in Liyue. Paimon is frantic over their safety as she believes that someone is about to ambush them. True to her prediction, they run into someone named Meng. Meng panics, believing that the two are spirits from the other side, and flees, despite Paimon telling him otherwise. The pair chase Meng, who frantically tells his boss that ghosts are after him. Boss, a young girl, tells him that he's being paranoid, and that the ghosts are actually future
Toodaloo.
clients. She tells the two that Meng is a new Undertaker intern, that they are performing funerals. Paimon now then remembers the Wangsheng funeral parlor, since Zhongli works there as a consultant. The girl is surprised they know about Zhongli and introduces herself as Hu Tao, the 77th director of the parlor, and attempts a marketing gimmick on them.
When the
But
sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
Meng explains that he and Hu Tao arrived at Wulong Hill to perform a funeral after hearing reports of supernatural activities in the area. Hu Tao is aware that the traveler and Paimon don't belong in the area, upon which she learns from them that they are on an
Silly
adventure.
churl,
Believing
Billy
them to be
churl,
part of the Adventurers
silly
Guild, she
Billy, hilly
to accompany
churl.
her to negotiate as an intermediary and learns from Paimon that they are both looking for someone. The group returns to Liyue Harbor's Adventurers Guild branch, where Hu Tao tries to negotiate with Lan on a business deal, but her more than optimistic opportunity for death instantly puts the branch manager
One
off.
client,
Dismayed, Hu
two
Tao returns
clients,
to the
three
funeral parlor, where
clients.
she tries brainstorming ideas with Meng helping them. The traveler takes a look around the area and talks with the fairy lady, who offers them a glimpse to Hu Tao's personality. Hu Tao then finishes up her plan, proceeds to go up, but Meng reminds her of Big G. Hu Tao has the traveler accompany her to meet several
churl,
clients,
Billy
Little Wu,
churl,
Moo Moo,
silly
and
Billy,
Kongzi.
hilly churl.
But her attempts to promote the parlor fails. Hu Tao then reveals that she had given up on the marketing plans after the deal with the Adventurers Guild fell out, and that the three people they met were friends of Meng, so she suspected Big G may have been hiding near them. She did not sense anything, however, so she simply dropped the conversation with them, much to Paimon's surprise over how she did it, in pursuit of a phantom. Returning
Toodaloo.
to the parlor once more, Hu Tao explains to the traveler and Paimon that Meng is worried about the fate of Big G, who was his childhood friend who died in an unfortunate accident. The three clients they had visited were all childhood friends of both Meng and Big G. Meng is
Wanna
worried
come
that
over
Big G
for
has
tea?
turned into a vengeful spirit, despite Hu Tao's insistence that she rarely encountered evil spirits in her line of work. Just as their leads are about to grow cold, Luo Chang runs in, telling the three that he is feeling ill and suspects he was cursed by a demon. Hu Tao tells Meng to perform the exorcism ritual that she had taught him, while she prepares the exorcism site with the traveler. Arriving at the site, Hu Tao explains that there's no curse, and that both men are being paranoid. They do not have to do anything. She explains that some people become so paranoid that in order to quell their fears, she has to bind them down with something
Toodaloo.
believable, which is why she keeps them in the dark for their own safety. She also tells them about an ancient plague that formed as a result of the accumulated yaksha karma from fighting the vengeful gods, which hysterical people took as a curse from the gods. The plague killed many until some realized that
Silly churl,
that the spread
Billy
could be stopped by
churl,
purifying the air
silly
and burning
Billy,
deceased
hilly
corpses
churl.
found herself at the parlor. With their aid, they managed to eradicate the plague after many long years, having ensured the balance between life and death ever since. She intends to use the ley line monolith as a prop to exorcise the curse. Both men arrive sometime later, and Hu Tao starts the exorcism
When the
ritual.
sun's
The
out,
traveler
bathe
requests
in
typing
sunlight.
rituals allowing the
But when the
exorcism to be
moon's
completed.
out,
The Luo
bathe
comes to life
in
as he feels
moonlight.
cursed. Hu Tao then tells Luo Chang that he has been pranked, stating that the monsters were actually real, and that the ley line monolith is simply a monster retractor.
Silly
riddles him on how
churl,
he felt well,
Billy
upon which he
churl,
realized-
silly
upon which he
Billy,
realizes that the
hilly
curse was not
churl.
real. Hu Tao then explains that he was most likely suffered a common illness or was scared sick, and tells him not to believe in superstitions as much in the future. Meng has realized that was not Big G's doing, but still wants to find him, but she tells him that rather G has found them. His spirit appears almost immediately before the four. Paimon is
Wanna
surprised
come
that
over
he's
for
smaller
tea?
than his name suggested, while Hu Tao states that spirits take the form that they had when they died. They bring Big G's spirit to the parlor. Friendships, wishes, and regrets. Returning to the parlor, Hu Tao deduces that Big G is unable to return to Wulong Hill. The spirit confirms this as he went to check up on his old friend and had no intention of staying anywhere. Big G told him that he had learned of some people heading to the hills on their dare, and seeing that they had hailed from Liyue Harbor, trailed Duo Cheng back, explaining why he was having nightmares and feeling cursed in the first place. However, with his poor sense of direction and acrophobia, along with being his
when the
first time
sun's
in the
out,
city,
bathe
Big
in
G got
sunlight.
lost until the Hmong
But
distracted
when the
him.
moon's
Hmong was
out,
relieved that Big G was
bathe
not turning
in
into a
moonlight.
spirit. Hu Tao then states that in order to send Big G back in peace, they needed to prepare a funeral with keepsakes from his friends. While she and Meng go to prepare the site, she tasks the traveler with returning to the clients for some keepsakes, while reminding them not to tell them about the situation. Little Wu prepares some extra spicy julienne chili chicken, Mumu gives them a top-of-the-line toy box, while Kongzi sends them to the warehouse to collect some plaustrite shards.
One
Perish,
client,
Xiao Lan.
two clients, three
During the day that
clients.
all five of them were friends that lived in Wulong Hill. A disaster destroyed their childhood homes, so they simply go where their friends are, Liyue Harbor. They also know that Monk has been troubled ever since Big G died. The option did not deploy more, suspecting that the traveler has asked them for the items to contaminate Big G, and to tell them that they were doing well. Perfect send-off. With the keepsakes in hand, they
Toodaloo.
return to Wulong Hill and catch up with Hu Tao, Meng, and Big G. Hu Tao tells them they are about to travel into the border between life and death. She states as an ordinary place that most people are unaware of, but reminds them to follow her instructions or she would have to erase their memory.
Billy Churl,
Arriving at the border,
silly
they are at
Billy,
near
Hilly
death.
Churl.
The land where ley lines go haywire. They eventually reach the farewell ceremony site where the traveler and Hu Tao give Meng and Big G some space. While waiting on them, she explains to the traveler that the funeral parlor was more like a doctor's office in its infancy, but during the Archon Wars, the balance between life and death was imbalanced towards the latter. Eventually, the balance was restored, but the fallen gods during the war caused trouble to the point that death would overwhelm life once again. The balance was eventually restored after many years. Without it, Liyue would not be the nation it was today.
Toodaloo.
Seeing that Meng and Big G have finished, Hu Tao tells the traveler and Paimon to return to Wulong Hill. Although Big G is upset that he and Meng haven't upheld their promises, Meng reassures him that no life is without regrets as Big G peacefully moves on, knowing that his friends are doing well. Meng finds himself unusually empty and states that his wish will be a dream. Paimon inquires as to what they wish for, tells them that he and Big G want to build a happy family and spend time together at a lantern rite. Hu Tao grants Meng his unpaid leave so he can process his feelings. As he leaves, Paimon remarks that she might have forgotten something. Hu Tao tells them that based on the traveler's reaction, she knew that they did not find what they were looking for. She had also asked the dead for information to help the traveler, but none of the information offered was worth investigating further. Hu Tao still promises to keep looking in their behalf.
Toodaloo.
Hu Tao also remarks that while in the border, the site was a place where the dead still invade the world of the living, or unable to move on. She did not spot any of the previous directors there in all of her visits, so she knows that they all died without regrets. Why am I reading this? It's because, according to what I've seen,
When the
heard
sun's out,
online,
bathe in sunlight.
Lantern
But
Rite
when
for
the moon's
2025
out,
is very
bathe
much,
in
well, obviously
moonlight.
Hu Tao focused and Xiangling focused and new character Lanyan focused, and it's almost like a continuation of Hu Tao's story quest, which we're going to start. Well, I finished reading, so we can start the Lantern Rite, which will
Silly
apparently continue on
Churl,
from this.
Billy
Okay,
Churl,
let's
silly Billy,
give me a moment,
Hilly
and I
Churl.
will-
Wanna come over for tea? Huh? Toodaloo. Silly Churl, Billy Churl, silly Billy, Hilly Churl. Ooh. 1 client, 2 clients, 3 clients. Yeah? Now just why might you be looking for me, Oh, you didn't know? I'm the 77th director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, Hu Tao. Though by the looks of you, radiant glow, healthy posture, yes, you are definitely here for something other than that which falls within my regular line of work, aren't you?
She's looking awfully shy.
Look, it's Hu Tao! She looks kinda troubled. Shall we go say hi? Hey! Stop right there, heroes! What the? Oh, Xiangling! I was just kidding around. Happy Lantern Rite. Hope I didn't scare ya. Nah, of course not. We were just about to go say hi to Hu Tao. I noticed, which is why I stopped you. We can't disturb her now or we won't get to see the brand spanking new Director Who.
Okay.
Well, I gave her a new outfit as a gift, but she's so used to her uniform that she's hesitant to try it on. Ooh, what kind of outfit is it? A bright red one, of course. The color of prosperity and the color of Lantern Rite. But just so you're aware, Hu Tao's not really been herself lately. Whenever I invite her to hang out, she either finds an excuse not to come or spends the whole time staring into space. I've tried asking her what's wrong, but she won't even admit there's a problem. Anyway, so that outfit was my way of saying that I'm here as her friend, and I hope she'll feel better soon.
Aww.
Paimon was just thinking that she looked kinda troubled.
But you've never seen Hu Tao like this before. What could it possibly be? Just then, you feel something cool against her face. Someone has crept up behind you and is now covering your eyes. Guess who? I recognize those dulcet tones anywhere, Zhongli. Happy Lantern Rite, Director Who. Oh, did she? Wow. Ah, wonderful. You still remember my voice. That means you must have missed me a lot. The irony. Oh, that's cute. Happy Lantern Rite. She's so cute. She's so cute.
Wow, Hu Tao! Is that a new outfit?
Oh, that's
it looks
cute.
Great!
The double thumbs up from Lynette has passed on, has been transferred over to our Traveler Ether Lumine duo. All thanks to Xiangling. Apparently, it was custom made by a designer from Fontaine. I hope it didn't put you out too much.
Nope. The tailor happened to be in Liyue looking for a change of scenery and fresh inspiration. We got talking and really hit it off. So it was no trouble at all.
That's good. Well, that's good. Oh, that's cute. Thanks again, Xiangling. You have exquisite taste. That's perfect. Love it.
Oh, stop! I'm just glad you like it.
So, Hutao, what's been bothering you? Huh? Why would you ask that? Is it my tone of voice? Not as sweet and melodious as you're used to?
Your voice is as sweet as ever, Hutao, but we're your friends. You can't hide how you're feeling from us, no matter how hard you may try.
Alright. I wasn't trying to hide anything from you, I promise. It's just, I've been struggling with a work-related thing. Me, all the time.
Work-related? You mean the funeral parlor?
Uh-huh. So you see, it's a part of my duty as the director. Besides, it's Lantern Rite. I don't want you worrying about me when you're supposed to be enjoying the festival. So relax, everything will be a-okay. Cause Director Who will find a way. That's cute. That's cute. She's so smug but cute.
You stressing about work? That's gotta be a first. Guess it must be something super complicated, huh?
Yep, it's a doozy. I feel like I've been banging my head against a brick wall. Let's go get Kuching. She'll know what to do.
Huh? You think Kuching would be able to help?
Kuching can solve everything. She can at least teach Hutao about work-life balance because that was the theme of the second Lantern Rite in 2022.
Good idea! Especially since it's festival season. I heard the Ministry of Civil Affairs is putting on a street fair with loads of cool stuff to do. Forget about work for now, Hutao. Come have fun with us. Yeah, take some time to relax and recover your energy. Then you'll knock this thing out in no time.
I'd love to, but I'm afraid I have a meeting to get to. A real meeting. I'm not just making excuses.
Aw, really? You sure you can't get out of it?
Are we really encouraging people to get out of meetings? Gosh, this really is like tailored to the Chinese audience. Chinese workplace audience. How about this? You guys go on ahead and I'll meet you at the fair when I'm done. Sound good?
Okay, fair enough. But don't take too long. And after the fair, how about we all have a meal at Wanmin Restaurant? My treat, of course.
Count me in. I could never turn down Xiangling's cooking. Oh, she's so cute. Alright, this deserves another one. You can tell they love Hutao, and it was like they really wanted to. Well, I can't say that yet because I don't know how good the story is. But like they already love Hutao, so if I loved Hutao, I wouldn't want to make a event quest to revolve around her until I was certain it was really good.
Me neither. Paimon's drooling already.
Sounds like a plan. Hope your meeting goes well, Hutao. Don't worry about me. Get yourself to the fair. I'll join you as soon as I can. Liyue celebrates and 8 adepts face a hidden calamity. Not foreboding at all. So yeah, just quick sound off for Lantern Rite. First one was obviously about Xiao. And him like trying to open up and enjoy himself. Second one was about Kuching, about work-life balance. Third one was the introduction of Shenhe and kind of a little bit about Yelan. Yeah, because actually no, second one, no. Right? They had the Arc quest, and then Kuching had the yeah. So it was the one about Zhongli Weizhong. Yeah, was the third one. Kuching's was the second, and then last year was Gaming for Fontaine. I mean, forgetful. It's okay. Maybe the wrong ones.
Take it easy.
This is the custom gift envelope stall. You can pick your preferred design, leave a custom message, and hand them out to friends and family. If you're interested, Madame Lanyan, we'll see how they pronounce her name. Please take a look.
I take it these coins go inside the envelope? They look a little different from regular Mora.
That's right. These are special edition fortune coins issued by the coinage office. There are 12 designs in total, each engraved with motifs from the Gulian sigils that represent different blessings. Take this one for example. This design is...
The sign of Vice Ravana! Yes, originally an exorcism sigil, widely used in thaumaturgy. These days, it's used as a lucky charm to prevent disaster and bring favor. Quite popular with business owners, hoping for peace and prosperity. Oh, I interrupted you, didn't I? Oh, sorry. I just got a little carried away. I meant no offense, Lady Yuhong.
None taken, Madame Lan? Probably Lan. Really, it's my honor to meet a member of the historic Lan lineage. Your ancestors hail from the 12 tribes of Chenyu Vale, and you're renowned for their proficiency in the mystic arts.
You flatter me, Lady Yuhong. My family are but distant relatives. We would hardly consider ourselves the true heirs to that illustrious lineage.
There's no need to be humble. Your knowledge of the Gulian sigils is very impressive. I'll verify in the Lule Harbor of today. True heir or not, you do your ancestors proud, and given your level of erudition in this area, I may find myself requesting your help in the future.
Well, I won't deny that I pride myself on my level of learning. So by all means, it would be my pleasure to assist the Lady Yuhong.
Ka-ching! Hard at work with the festivities as usual, huh?
I was totally expecting us to interrupt earlier too, but maybe that's just because Paimon, that's what Paimon does. Ah, Traveler and Paimon, and Xiangling too. I was just thinking about you this morning, wondering if I'd get to see you during the festival. I hope you're keeping a reasonable work-life balance this year? Don't even go there. The Ministry of Civil Affairs has so much to do this lantern rate. Oh, before I forget, everyone, I'll never hear how her name is pronounced apparently. This is Madame Lanyan, a master craftswoman from the Chenyu Vale Artisans Association. She kindly agreed to help the Ministry of Civil Affairs with this year's street fair. In a short while, you'll get to see her work.
Wow, nice to meet you, Madame Lan.
Okay, Lan. Yeah, that's what I thought. Madame Lan, allow me to introduce...
The Traveler, his buddy Paimon, and Xiangling. Hello!
It seems like you're getting carried away again, Madame Lan.
Oh, sorry. Interrupted again, didn't I? It's just quite exciting. Meeting these 3 people I've heard so much about. I never imagined I'd get the chance.
Is Xiangling that famous? I guess she kinda is. She is like the regular person celebrity kind of deal.
I think you mean 2 people, right? I'm just a chef. A good one, but it's not that much to get excited about. You don't need to include me just to be polite.
Oh, I beg to differ. The first meal I ate in Liyue Harbor was at Wanmin Restaurant. Xiangling's cooking gave my taste buds plenty to be excited about.
Hello, Madame Lan. Nice to meet a master craftswoman.
Please, call me Lanyan. And I'm no master craftswoman. Just a humble maker of handicrafts.
I'm sure anyone who's seen your work would disagree. Speaking of which, I'm sure you'd all like to see it. Why don't you come with me and I'll show you. You can take me anywhere. Yep, what stories will be written in Liyue Harbor this year? Liyue Harbor. That's a little vague. Here it is. This is a game for the street fair where you duel with rattan figures. It's called Immortal Combat. There are 8 rattan figures in total, and thanks to some ingenious design work, they can move around on their own. Madame Lan take inspiration from the legend of the 8 Adepts. Astonishing, isn't it?
Sounds amazing! But what are the 8 adepts? Are they like adepti?
They're not actual Adepti, but 8 legendary people said to have had Adeptus-like abilities, which earned them the title of the 8 Adepts.
Wow, Paimon's never heard that story before.
They were only around for a short time, and it was 2,000 or 3,000 years ago, so their stories aren't nearly as well known as those of the ancient actual Adepti. Also, did you notice this year's Mingxiao lantern when you have arrived in the harbor?
Shaped like a huge tree, right?
Embroidered armor? Yes, it said that during the Archon War period, there was a divine mountain in Liyue with a giant tree on its summit. A tree who was also a god named Tao Du.
Oh! I think I heard that one from a storyteller once. The sanctification of Tao Du. So Tao Du is the giant tree?
That just sounds wrong. Tao Du. And this tree was also a god? Correct. Back then, people thought that behind Tao Du was the realm of the dead, and if you committed grave sins in life, your soul would be unable to pass beyond that tree and into the afterlife.
Even today, in my hometown, people still say things like, "You'll never cross Mount Taodu when you die." It's very insulting though, so don't go around repeating it.
When the Archon War arrived, Tao Du was dragged into the fighting, disturbing the realm of the dead. The boundary between life and death became blurred, and death began to encroach on the realm of the living.
Oh no! And then what?
That's where the sanctification of Tao Du comes in. The 8 Adepts rose up to solve the crisis, and laid down a great magic array to purify Tao Du.
The pronunciation is taking me out more than the fact that there's voice acting missing. Exactly. After that, Tao Du's remains sunk into the ley lines and became a border, separating the living of Liyue from the dead.
Wait! The border? The border between life and death? That's where it comes from?
So the legends say, but who knows if it's true?
Those 8 adepts must be super powerful if they could purify a god. Are we sure they weren't just adepti?
Yep. And in fact, their tale specifically emphasizes that most of them were ordinary humans.
If I remember right, they were from several groups that joined forces. A Guiqiang one, a Lianshan one, and...
Right, the 3 hermits of Guizang, the 2 sages of Lianshan, and the 3 beasts of Tao Du. Collectively, the 8 Adepts. The mainstream narrative holds that the Guizang hermits and the Lianshan sages were human.
It hurts me that they put in the effort to say Guizang and Lianshan correctly, but they say Tao Du. Like she put in the effort.
Right,
For that.
the 3 hermits of Guizang, the 2 sages of Lianshan, and the 3 beasts of Tao Du. Collectively,
Okay,
the 8
said it very
Adepts.
softly to
The
make it not
mainstream
say that,
narrative
and I
holds that the
appreciate
Guizang
that.
hermits and the Lianshan sages were human.
Major props to her, VA. I know one of the hermits was Wind Reader, said to be the founder of the ancient art of Qi-Men divination. If I'm not mistaken, he hailed from the 12 tribes of Chenyu Vale. His descendants became the Lan clan and kept the art of Qi-Men divination alive. Madame Lan, correct me if I'm wrong?
That's certainly what the clan genealogies claim, although my personal knowledge of Qi-Men divination is very patchy.
The second hermit story is somewhat more amusing. He mastered the art of fishing with a rod and a line, and became known to his people as the Yunlai Angler. You may have heard of Yunlai swordsmanship, which is a style I trained in. Both that style and its more ancient variant have their origins in the Yunlai Anglers' rod-wielding techniques. Oh gosh, that would have been... Oof.
Seriously?
don't tell you that, because it sounds like something right out of a martial arts novel.
So what about the third hermit?
That would be the Wulong kid, also known as Old Man Wulong. The story goes that he always presented himself in child form. As a hermit, his expertise lay with Shi Huang sigils, which he used to catch demons, heal disease, and protect lives from the approaching presence of death. The Wangshan Funeral Parlor should be best acquainted with his story since their founders were said to have studied under the Wulong kid. Makes sense. They were just ordinary people like you and me, but when faced with mounting disasters, they used what strength they had to guard the portal between life and death. Fortunately, they were aided by their knowledge of a secret art, which the funeral parlor still practices to this day.
So it's true? The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor really does have a secret art?
I heard from Hu Tao that she has a flaming staff handed down by her forebears. Apparently it has special powers used for cleansing rituals.
Is the Staff of Homa actually going to be, like, relevant to the story? That's kind of cool.
But it could just be another one of her tall tales. Oh, you probably haven't met Hu Tao yet, have you? She's the director at the funeral parlor.
I've never had the pleasure, but I've certainly heard of Director Hu Tao.
Okay, well these Guizhong hermits sound pretty legit.
Oh my
How
god.
about the two sages and the three beasts? What's their story?
This story sounds legit, yo. One was Sage Hu, a master of gourd crafts, and the other was Sage Xian, an expert in bronze mirrors. Very little information survives on these two. All we know is that they practice the secret art of Lianshan, earning them the title of the two sages of Lianshan.
I heard there's a hidden palace deep in the mountains south of the Stone Gate. Traditionally, that's believed to be where they retreated for cultivation.
As for the three beasts, their retreat was Mount Taodol, hence the three beasts of Taodol. As their title suggests, those three were not humans.
So, what were they? Monsters or something?
They were Ganyu. That's not the nice way to talk about your roommate, friend, girlfriend.
Huh? All three of them?
Happy Lantern Ride, everyone.
Oh, right, Ganyu's here. Okay.
Nice, good read. Happy Lantern Ride, Ganyu. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. It's okay.
Of course not.
What is it? Ningguang's back? Yes, her back is here. Also, the others have arrived too. Got it, thanks. My apologies, everyone, but I've got to go. Ganyu and I have some important work to attend to.
Aw, what? Not you too? Seems like everyone's busy with work.
You know what it's like. The festival season upon us, so it's all systems go at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Don't worry, everything's fine. Yes, you should focus on enjoying everything that the street fair has to offer. If you find anything is not to your satisfaction, we will welcome your feedback. Bye for now, everyone. There they go. 1 second, Ganyu. What is it, Traveler? Don't forget to take breaks. Look after yourself.
The traveler's being especially nice today, checking in on everyone's well-being.
Well, what other option does he have? It's not like he can drag them away from their desks and force them to have fun against their will.
True. Thanks for your concern. We'll be sure to take care, and I hope you'll do the same.
I actually have something I need to do as well, so I should get to the Wangshang Funeral Parlor.
Oh, are you looking for Hu Tao? She's supposed to meet us here so we can grab lunch. Why don't you come with? If you don't mind the extra company, of course.
Not at all. I'd love to. What a nice surprise.
Perfect! Hu Tao should have joined us here by now. I guess her meeting overran. Why don't we head to the funeral parlor?
Okay, let's go!
Let's go. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. Okay. So cute. Oh, there's 4 parts? I was under the assumption that there were only 3. Interesting. That is pretty. Oh my gosh, you have... Oh, that is so cute. Please let this case I have to handle be solved smoothly. I'd still like to hang out with Granny and all. Does it change, or is it always those 3? Okay. Maybe I'll change later. Or add more. Talk to Mika.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awkward. Genshin, why you do this? Earlier, just outside the funeral parlor. So, in other words, Butler On, you'd like to go without the drums?
Exactly. Since this has come at such a festive time, I'd rather keep things low-key to avoid disturbing the celebrations.
Understood. What about paper effigies for burning? We can do mansions, chariots. You can do chariots, boats, or sedan chairs.
Sure, but let's stick with something small. His lordship has never been a fan of ostentation.
In that case, how about an effigy of a silk gown? Something to please the family, but not too over the top. Does that sound alright?
It sounds perfect. You think of everything, Director Who.
Great. And will you be providing your own cinerary casket?
Yes. His lordship had one made 2 years ago, in fact. He sourced an excellent block of gloomwood and had an artisan convert it into a casket. It's currently being stored at the old family house at Yilong Wharf.
Gloomwood is a good choice. Flame resistant, water resistant, and insect resistant. Now, what about the mourning tent and the procession? Did the family say what style they want? We can certainly keep things simple, but I wouldn't recommend foregoing them entirely. You don't want the public speculating about why the Feiyun Commerce Guild couldn't seem to afford a proper funeral.
It's like you read my mind. Master expressed the same concern, but he also said he has full confidence in the Wangshang Funeral Parlor's judgment in this area.
Very well. Then my suggestion for the tent would be sloped roofs, one with a ridged spine, 2 of them curved at the top, 36 seats, no more, no less, and all with fresh silk covers, but not just any silk. They should be decorated with the Feiyun symbols. At the front, we want a moon gate, a grand preceptor armchair, and bamboo railings. Sufficiently grand, but tasteful and measured. Would this be suitable, Butler On?
That sounds ideal. Oh, and we should put some rugs down. Make them tortoiseshell. His lordship is very fond of that color.
What is tortoiseshell color? That can be arranged. How about the procession?
Master requested no music procession, but 16 pallbearers. Nothing flashy. Plain clothes will do, as long as they're smart and all dressed the same.
And the carriage?
Open sedan chair, please, with 4 pairs of white plaques and 20 pairs of red plaques.
any ceremonial weaponry and such?
Yes, 2 sets of gold weaponry and 2 sets of soul banners, 4 items per set.
Soul banners. Okay, for the gold weaponry, a 4-piece. Gosh, I'm so like in the Genshin Star Rail ZZZ rabbit hole that 4-piece just instantly triggers like, oh, you need a 4-piece woodpecker or 4-piece hacker space or 4-piece wind set. Anyway, a 4-piece would be the mace, battle axe, stirrup, and fist. So 2 each of those, and then we could do clear. Why does the text have to be white along with the text white? And then we could do 2 clear passage banners plus 2 each of the flying tiger, flying carp, and flying turtle banners.
That will do nicely.
Alright, last thing. How about the hanging banner and a portrait pavilion?
For the hanging banner, we want an octagonal tube with 8 tassels per corner and a dome of red gauze covering the top. As for the portrait pavilion, we're looking to do 1 incense pavilion with 2 spare rooms. One is a changing room, the other is a display room, and we'd like a plain white cover over the whole thing.
Did you want that embroidered?
Ah, I knew I missed something. The family neglected to consider that in their sorrow, but it's a minor detail. What would your suggestion be?
Well, the Fang Commerce Guild is a large and prosperous family with 4 generations living under one roof. As the founder of this family, his lordship could not be more blessed. Added to that, he has reached a ripe old age, lived a virtuous life, and is spending his final days in peace and comfort. All in all, he lived a very complete life. In which case, I'd recommend embroidering a Bats of Longevity motif and a Cranes and Deer of Youth motif to pass on his good fortune to the next generation.
Excellent! I must say, Director Who, you really understand your clients.
Of course, thinking of it. Huh? Ah, Miss Bywin.
Greetings, Director Who. Lady Ningguang has arrived, and she would be most grateful if you could join her at Eugene Terrace.
Wow, that was quick. Alright, I'll head over in 2 ticks. Butler on, my sincere apologies, but I'm afraid I have another meeting to get to.
Of course. I've taken plenty of your time already. Don't let me keep you.
Fairy, can I leave you to follow up on the Feiyun funeral arrangements? I forgot her name was Fairy, but...
Of course, Director. I'll handle it.
The Who family is truly blessed. It seems their directors go from strength to strength with each generation.
I agree. She was born for the job.
Ah, yes, Madam Undertaker. I didn't get the chance to discuss payment with the director.
There's no rush. I gathered from your conversation that the situation is still unfolding. This was just an initial meeting, so that we can make advanced preparations, yes?
That's right. Master asked me to come a few days ahead of time so that things aren't rushed at the last minute. On that note, please do keep everything strictly confidential for now. No public announcements.
Of course. You have my word.
Thanks. Could I trouble you for a pro forma invoice? Easier for the family to review that way.
I'll get that to you in due course. Oh, hello. Can I help you?
Hey, Fairy! We're looking for Hu Tao. Is she here?
You just missed her, unfortunately. She's attending a meeting elsewhere.
Oh. Any idea when she'll be back?
She didn't say, but she only left a moment ago. She could be some time. If it's anything urgent, I'd be happy to take a message for you and I'll relay it to her as soon as she returns.
It is very weird after, once again, playing for Star Rail and ZZZ where they can actually message each other, whereas people in Genshin don't even have phones.
Oh, no, it's nothing urgent.
If you'd prefer to speak with her directly, you can always wait till she's free.
I mean, yeah.
Well, this sucks. I would thought Hu Tao would be done with work by now.
Jeez, Paimon, this sucks. Why can't people hang out with us?
I guess she's got more on her plate than we realized. Well, there's not much point in hanging around here. Why don't we go eat and come back later? Paimon is getting a little hungry. But shouldn't we wait for Hu Tao? It sounded like she's gonna be a while. Besides, I can always fire up the stove again when she's back.
Exactly. First serving, second serving, or first lunch and second lunch. Easy.
Okay, sounds good. Madam Lan, you must be getting hungry too, right? You should come with us.
Did you just really want to meet Hotel or something?
Madam Lan?
Oh, sorry. I spaced out. Whatever works for you.
Alright, Fairy, we'll head off then. Can you let Hu Tao know where we are when she gets back?
Sure. Take care, everyone. Butler Anne?
Really? It's Anne? Really? It's not Odd? Odd isn't even that hard to pronounce. Come on, localization team.
Ma'am, do you happen to know who that young lady with the black hair is?
I haven't met her before, but that silver swallow hairpiece makes me wonder if she's from Chenyu Vale.
Chenyu Vale,
Something the matter?
Well, it's just... So the other day, when I was out shopping, I ran into her and Master. They were chatting away, and I noticed that she showed him a very peculiar-looking rattan figure. Later that day, as I was moving his lordship to a more comfortable bedroom, I saw something underneath his bed. And would you know it, it was that same rattan figure. There was some kind of spell written on it. It was icy cold to the touch and made the whole room chilly. The whole thing seems very sinister.
What is going on? Oh, she was probably helping him out. He's just like speculating something bad.
Oh my goodness. Are you suggesting that there could be unnatural causes behind his lordship's condition? Well, I've heard they practice Chi-Men magic in Chenyu Vale. Pentad fortune conveyance, fate transference, and the like.
The last thing I want to do is start suspecting anyone, but with his lordship bedridden and Master urging me to start discussing funeral arrangements, I can't help but think. Sorry, look at me rambling away. I'm sure I'm just being paranoid. Please forget I said anything, and certainly don't repeat this to anyone else.
Don't worry, Butler Anne. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor understands the importance of discretion. Client confidentiality is paramount.
I'm assuming this conversation must be important if we're here to learn about it. Should've just kept this. Nope, they're gone.
Take it easy.
What should I try this time?
Dad, I brought some friends over. I'm cooking today. Dad? Dad!
Oh.
Over here, Xiangling.
Oh. Hi there.
Oh, there he is. He's over at Ying R's place. Let's go say hi. Huh? Timaeus? What's wrong with him?
That scent. Ah, this is so embarrassing. A few days ago, he said he wanted to come and spend the festival with me, but he started to feel unwell as soon as he arrived last night, and now he's gone and passed out. I think maybe the journey took it out of him, or perhaps he caught a cold on the way. Anyway, I was about to take him to Boo Boo Pharmacy to see the doctor, so I asked Chef Mao to watch the store while I'm gone.
Wait, you weren't gonna carry him all that way by yourself, were you? Let us help.
I couldn't possibly ask that of you.
Don't mention it. Well, let's just get him to the doctor.
If you're sure. I'm very grateful for the help.
Why don't I watch the store?
As it happens, I know a thing or two about perfume.
I'm sorry, I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, this is Madame Lan Yen, a craftswoman from Chenyu Vale. You can trust her.
Oh, a friend of yours then. Thank you, Madame Lan Yen. That would be a huge help.
Xiangling, I guess that means we're free to head back. Let's get cooking so the troops can feast on their triumphant return.
Great minds think alike, Dad. Go on, get to Mayus to Boo Boo Pharmacy. And don't forget to come eat when you're done.
Thank you all.
This is a little different. Maybe it's just me though. Are we just cutscening over? I guess we're cutscening over. Block text! White words, white font. Meanwhile, you bring Timaeus to Boo Boo Pharmacy, where Baiju takes him to the back room for examination. You are surprised to see two other familiar faces here. Chi-Chi? No. Oh. Traveler, Paimon, it's been a long time. Happy Lantern Rite. Happy Lantern Rite, Xingqiu Chongyun. Thank you. Here's hoping it will be.
What do you mean by that? Oh no, did you get sick too?
No, not me. Xingqiu. It's alright. These are dear friends. The truth needn't be hidden from them. It's my great-grandfather. A few days ago, he didn't have the strength to get out of bed, and now he slipped into a coma.
Oh no! Sorry to hear that. That sounds really serious.
It's not looking good. We've had several doctors come and see him, but none of them could tell what was wrong, and all left without even writing a prescription.
None of them could figure out what it was? That seems strange.
Well, he is over 100 years old now. It's just, we're struggling to come to terms with it. Our butler came to see me a few days ago, insisting that great-grandfather has been cursed. He urged me to get an exorcist involved. So I went to take a look. Inside his lordship's room, there was definitely a strange chill in the air, but I'm confident it's not caused by evil spirits. Then what is it? Well, this is just a theory, but I think that it's fine. You can say. It's fetter of death, a sign that death is near.
Oh no. Xingqiu, this must be so hard for you.
Thank you. I'll be okay. Honestly, my father and grandfather are the hardest hit by it, but we're as prepared as we can be under the circumstances. I believe my brother's already contacted the funeral parlor, and I'm here to see if Dr. Baiju can help. My father and grandfather are at home fasting and praying.
Feeling any better?
Much better. I feel fit as a twiddle. I'm sure this is all because I forgot to eat breakfast.
It's fit as a fiddle, dear. As in the instrument, not the finger twitching.
That's a twiddle.
It's nothing serious, probably just exhaustion from the long journey, then not resting properly afterwards.
It's all my fault.
I'm prescribing a nutritious soup to be taken every night before bed. Here's the recipe. That should sort him out. But if his symptoms persist, make sure to come and see me again.
Thank you, Dr. Baiju.
Looks like Timaeus is gonna be alright. That's a relief.
Yinger says you helped bring me here. Thank you ever so much.
Yinger, you should probably get this guy back right away. Baiju says he needs to rest.
Agreed. Plus, I shouldn't keep Madame Lan Yen waiting too long. Drop by later when you've got a second, so I can thank you both properly.
Dr. Baiju.
Ah, Master Xingqiu. I won't beat around the bush. The situation is looking a little more complicated than I'd initially thought.
What do you mean? Baiju wasn't speaking the whole truth just now. Timaeus' situation is exceptionally strange and strikingly similar to his lordship's condition. Wait, so Timaeus has the same illness as my great-grandfather?
It would appear so, although it's debatable whether it is an illness per se. The truth is, they are both aging at an accelerated rate.
What? Really?
Yes, significantly faster than the average person. But so far, I have not managed to determine the cause.
Not only does it mystify Baiju, even I've never witnessed such a malady. Unless, of course, it was so long ago that I've long since forgotten. Timaeus is in the prime of his life, so a little extra exhaustion is nothing dangerous, but his lordship is so advanced in years already. That's terrible. So something is surreptitiously cutting years off their life?
Cutting years off their lives? What a turn of phrase! That sounds horrible!
Happy Lantern, right? Baiju even tried using the secret art in Timaeus earlier, but it was useless. This is the most stubborn disease.
There are a few other remedies I can try, even if it's just trial and error at this point. This morning I sent Chi-Chi to Mount Chingsa to look for a certain herb. There's still a chance we might turn things around if we're lucky. Oh, and speaking of Chingsa, has his lordship been there recently, Master Xingqiu?
To Tingsha Village, you mean? Yes. We visit there every day during Lantern Rite to run a clinic, but this year, before the clinic had even started, they sent someone all the way here to ask for medical advice. The situation seems urgent.
And then the patient from Mondstadt, who I just saw, tells me he stopped off in Chingsa Village during his journey. I can't help but wonder if there's some connection.
If I'm not mistaken, I do believe great-grandfather visited some friends in Chingsa Village not too long ago. My father went with him. Aha! Just as we suspected. What is it? I heard the rumors about a god's remains in Chingsa. Is that what's causing this? God's remains? Which one? Well, firstly, I read about this in a book I bought from a street vendor, so it's not the most credible source. But the book told of a hidden palace in the Chingsa mountain range called the Hidden Palace of Jiao Formula. It was enchanted with a 7 and 8 gates method with which it suppressed countless evil spirits, the most revered of them being a god known as Tao Dole. How relevant and convenient.
Wait, so Tao Du's remains? That's what's causing this mystery illness?
Not to steal anyone's thunder, but while I do suspect a connection with Chingsa Village, I highly doubt that god remains are the cause.
That's right. The slightest trace of god remains, and Baiju and I would surely have sensed them.
Good point. Then what could be the true cause?
Master Xingqiu, I will head to Chingsa Village to investigate further after Chi-Chi returns. Hopefully, I will have more answers after that.
Yeah, we're pros at gathering stuff. Just tell us where to go and we'll track down those herbs, no problem.
I am most grateful for the offer. I'll be sure to let you know if I need your assistance.
Thank you for everything, Dr. Baiju.
Merely doing my duty.
Will you take care of yourself, Baiju?
Don't worry about me. I'm keenly aware of my limits.
Traveler, Paimon, it was good to see you, but now I must return home and relay Dr. Baiju's words to my family. I'll come with you. I want to take another look at his lordship's room. Very well. Bye, everyone, and don't worry about me. I'm doing fine. In all honesty, I've never been as close with my great-grandfather as my father and grandfather. Given his age, he already wasn't speaking much by the time I was around.
Hey, come on now. We get that you don't want us to worry, but there's no need to downplay it, all right? We should be supporting you here, not the other way around.
Paimon's a lot smarter than I remember. I guess it's been a long time since we last met. It's
Hey!
almost a year.
Paimon's always been smart. Hey! Hey! Paimon's always been smart.
She sounds so pouty. You know, recently, a phrase that Hu Tao always says has been on my mind a lot. Live in life, die in death. But she must be exceptionally busy these days, as I've barely seen her at all. So how about we all go for a meal together in a few days' time when everything's calmed down? Sounds great. Free whenever. Call me. That's decided. See you in a few days.
Even though Baiju ruled out God remains as the cause, Paimon still wants to get to the bottom of this Tao Du business. Oh, it's a shame Kuching had to disappear before she could tell us more.
Lanyan seems quite knowledgeable about it too.
True. Then let's head back and ask her. Come on, Xiangling's waiting on us too.
It's kind of a depressing start for Red, I gotta say.
Ah, you're back. Again for helping me get Timaeus to the doctor. Please, take this Mora as a small token of our gratitude. Ah, you're back. Thanks again for helping me get Timaeus to the doctor. Please, take this Mora as a small token of our gratitude.
You shouldn't have. I barely lifted a finger. Well, that's gotta be an understatement. I doubt you carried me all the way to Boo Boo Pharmacy by one finger. Honorary knight. I can't thank you enough. Please, let's give you something for your efforts.
Paimon thinks you're misunderstanding what that phrase means, but okay.
You'll have to excuse him. I think his efforts to learn the local dialect have fried the language part of his brain.
All right, well, no more studying for you. Go get some rest. Doctor's orders. And if you take a turn for the worse, get back to Boo Boo Pharmacy right away.
By the way, where did Lanyan go?
Ah, yes. I almost forgot to mention. She said she went to catch up with Director Hu. She told me to pass on the message.
But food and lunch.
Wait, so she left?
Oh. Oh. Hey there, I'd like 3. Oh, what's this? Is Scent of Spring under new management?
Perish the thought. Miss Ying I had to run an errand, so I'm just watching the shop until she gets back.
Ah, aha, I see. Well, Miss Temporary New Management, could I trouble you for 3 boxes of red dust under the rolling clouds?
Red dust under rolling clouds. I think that rings a bell. Not a scent the average young lady would choose, though.
Correct. So you probably won't find it on the shelves, or likely hiding in a corner at the back somewhere. Would you mind digging it out?
Not at all. One moment. Here. Is this what you're looking for? If I'm not mistaken, it's used exclusively for ritual purposes.
I love that she just knew the shop layout and could find the thing, this obscure thing that Hutan wanted. Oh, a lady of culture, I see. That is not common knowledge.
Let me wrap this up for you.
Wait, I see it now. You're from the Lan lineage of Chen Yu Vale, aren't you?
Huh? How can you tell?
Your hairpiece, it's the Jade Plume Silverwing, one of the 3 immortals of Tao Dole. Huh, am I right, or am I right?
How did... Sorry, who are you?
Who Tao? Let's just say I'm a fellow lady of culture. But alas, I'm in a rush today, so I'll have to say goodbye for now. I hope we meet again soon, Miss Temporary New Management.
Huh?
You didn't even introduce yourself?
Grandpa was
Again,
right.
she didn't introduce herself either.
Liyue Harbor is full of hidden talents. I would never have expected the average perfume customer to be so knowledgeable.
Director Hu, I gotta say, that outfit looks really good on you.
Why, thank you, Miss Singer. I was just procuring some perfume from your fine establishment. Your temporary replacement provided a magnificent service.
Oh, That's good to hear.
Wait, Director who?
With the question mark. Go after
Hey,
her.
we're back. Thanks for watching the store, Madame Lan.
Oh,
Miss
she should
Yingar,
be back.
that person you spoke to just now. Who was that?
Hu Tao, Director Hu Tao of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Huh? But I thought she wore the funeral parlor uniform with the Harmony hexagram hat?
I guess she just changed into something more festive for the festival.
Shoot! I was face to face with her, and I had no idea.
I was blocked by the plot, aka her new outfit.
Sorry, Miss Yingar. Something's come up. Please let the others know I had to leave.
Huh? What could possibly be so urgent?
And then she just ran off after Hu Tao. Weird.
Weird.
Are you going to look for her? If so, could you take this with you? I just found it in the store.
Huh? Wait, isn't this one of those rattan figures?
Okay, it is rattan.
Whatever it is, we don't sell them. So I'm guessing Madame Lan left it here by accident.
Yeah, well, she definitely makes these. Although, this one's pretty different from the one she made for the street fair. Plus, it has a sigil on it for some reason.
Gosh, I hear sigil. I don't think Genshin. I think which hat to tell you now.
Not the kind of thing you see every day, that's for sure. It could be important, so if it does belong to Madame Lan, I'd like to get it back to her as soon as possible.
Well, then let's head back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor again. Whatever it's for, the sooner she gets it back, the better.
What about lunch? Where is it? Oh, there it is. A rattan toy left behind by someone, perhaps the Lanyan. It is perhaps slightly different from the ones at the fair, having a mysterious sigil stuck to it indicating some other purpose.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
This should be enough.
Oh.
This should be enough. Goodbye. Happy Lantern Rite.
Okay, that's something more
Come and see these rare and precious curios.
I like how Eula's just here. Huh, interesting.
I just like to make people smile.
Where is...
That's just plain stupid.
Oh, they're not even there.
Wow. Mira's really got a lot going for it. Hey, Miss Undertaker! Are Hu Tao and Madame Lan back yet?
Sorry, I'm afraid not.
Really? How strange. They were definitely heading this way. Maybe Hu Tao had another appointment. Any idea where we might find them?
If it was anything business related, I expect the director would have let me know. I was aware she had a meeting earlier today, for instance, but she doesn't keep me informed about her private affairs. It's possible. The director seems to have had a lot on her mind lately. In the past, she'd usually show up to work in the mid-morning, but recently she's been getting here before the sun's up. She said she's had trouble sleeping and has been dreaming more than usual.
So you're saying Hotel's dealing with private matter?
Trouble sleeping? Are we talking about the same Hu Tao here? That doesn't sound like her at all.
You might want to talk to our consultant, Zhongli. He's closer to her than I am.
Oh, good idea. How did we not think of that? So, where could we find him? Probably sipping tea somewhere, right?
He's just across the road on the second floor, watching an opera. If you listen carefully, you might be able to hear it.
Seems like Zhongli is the only one taking it easy today. Let's go say hi.
Would be weird if he wasn't. Right, Mr. Boats and Del's Banker's line. Remarkable, Miss Yoon. You have breathed fresh life into an old classic, and I dare say surpassed the original. You flatter me, Mr. Zhongli. I'm just glad my voice held out. I'm a little out of practice.
Nonsense, Miss Yoon. You are as stunning as ever. And if that was you out of practice, well, the official Lantern Rite performance is sure to be truly sensational.
Hey, Zhongli! Hey, Yunjin! How's it going?
Is it really a performance for just the two of them? Goodness. Wow, Traveler and Paimon. What a lovely surprise. It's been too long, old friends. Are you here for the opera?
Oh dear, what a pity. I'm afraid you just missed today's performance. And Miss Yoon needs to rest her voice now, or she'll strain it.
Oh, the irony of all these voice comments lately. It's okay. Team Master Liu, these two are good friends of mine. If they'd like to hear me sing, a few more minutes won't do me any harm.
Thanks, Yunjin. But hopefully you don't think we came here just to show up late and demand a private performance.
Oh, of course not. I guess you're here for Mr. Zhongli then. Oh, and how might I be of assistance?
Okay, so a friend of ours left something behind at a shop. We're trying to return it to her, and all we know is she's probably with Hu Tao. Any idea where Hu Tao might be?
The director is a fresh spirit who roams far and wide. She could be most anywhere. Thank you, Zhongli.
Oh, great. Well, this is just fantastic.
Right. Is it something important, the thing she left behind, I mean?
That's the thing. We don't know what it's for, but we want to get it back to her as soon as possible just in case she really needs it.
Oh, goodness! That's what you're trying to get back to her? But isn't that a pentad rattan?
Pentad rattan? So you recognize this?
Haven't you heard? The word on the street is that the patriarch of the Feiyun Commerce Guild has fallen gravely ill. They say his family found an ominous-looking rattan figure in his bedroom, and there was a pentad fortune conveyance talisman on it. That cursed thing must have been put there to steal his good fortune. It's destroying his health, wealth, and every other good thing in his life. And based on the description, your rattan figure looks suspiciously similar. It could even be the one that... get it away from me! I don't want that thing anywhere near me!
Everyone's a little superstitious this year, huh?
Relax, it's fine! This one definitely belongs to Madame Lan. Besides, we've had it on us this whole time and nothing bad's happened to us yet!
Yeah, we're super lucky, obviously. Madame Lan, you mean from the Chenyu Vale Artisans Association?
Oh, now that would explain a lot. The Lans of Chenyu Vale practice Chi-Men magic. This pentad fortune conveyance business would be right up their alley. This leaves only one question unanswered. Namely, why would the Lans of Chenyu Vale have a bone to pick with the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
Or turn their faking around, they're trying to help them.
What? Will you listen to yourself? You can't seriously believe all that. You'd sooner convince Paimon that Rex Lapis was a slime.
The latter is certainly the more compelling theory. Master Liu, you appear to have been misinformed by these rumors, and also failed to notice the Gulian sigil on this particular rattan figure.
Please enlighten me, Mr. Zhongli.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Zhongli is speaking facts. Everybody listen, shut up and listen. This is the sign of Vajrana, one of the 4 main exorcism sigils, a most upstanding and auspicious sign, by no means cursed. As a matter of fact, a series of fortune coins bearing the exorcism sigils recently entered circulation in Liyue Harbor. I'm somewhat surprised you didn't recognize it, Mr. Liu.
Yes, of course, I remember now. And thank you for jogging my memory, Mr. Zhongli. I am humbled by your superior erudition.
Zhongli gonna be the next erudition character, calling it now.
This makes way more sense than Madame Long going around trying to curse people to death.
I guess the rattan figure they found in his lordship's room must have been put there by someone in his family to bring good luck.
In that case, there's a good chance Madame Long also purposely left this behind to keep Timaeus safe and well.
In all likelihood, yes.
Guess we don't need to find her so urgently after all. We were just worried that losing this might have ruined her plans. But that said, what did she need Hu Tao for anyway? And what is Hu Tao up to that's keeping her so busy? Paimon has a bad feeling about it for some reason.
Any ideas, Mr. Zhongli? The director's mind is a labyrinth I cannot hope to comprehend. She probably has more things she has to think about than the rest of us combined.
Are any of those thoughts the kind that might keep someone up at night?
She has never mentioned that. But as the director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, she has a solemn duty to balance the forces of life and death in Liyue. I would be surprised, and even a little unsettled, if she were truly as carefree as she appears. I agree. I've known Hu Tao for a while now, and for all her eccentricities, she takes pride in what she does. As her friends, we should just be there for her when she needs us. Indeed. The director's competence is the only reason I can afford to sit here enjoying a fine cup of tea and listening to the opera.
Having a competent boss isn't an excuse to slack off, you know.
Ooh, tell him. I think Mr. Zhongli just means you should have faith in Hu Tao. There's no need to worry about her so much.
Fair point. Somehow seeing how calm Zhongli is about the whole thing does make Paimon feel much more at ease.
You two ought to be out enjoying the festivities. The lantern night only comes once a year, so make the most of it. Is this what part 1 is? If you're still worried, take this. What is it? A fortune coin. It has recently become customary to give them as gifts, so in the spirit of the season, this is my gift to you.
Wow! Zhongli actually left the house with cash? Now this is a lantern right to remember.
Goodness gracious! Mr. Zhongli, that looks like a very special coin you have there. Is that one of the fabled Rex coins?
Rex coin?
Now these are sounding like trading cards.
Yes. Look at the design on the face. It's quite different from the typical coins you see in circulation. It appears to be a symbol of Rex Lapis. There's no doubt about it. This is a Rex coin, which means it once passed through the hands of the Lord of Geo himself.
What? That's crazy talk. This is simply a curio I picked up from a street vendor, Master Liu. Almost certainly a replica. But I can introduce you to the vendor if you are interested. Is the vendor like Cloud Retainer? Would that be funny? Also, once again, curio mentioned. Conquistario, Herda, Simulated Universe, Schoolum. Coming out later this year, hopefully.
Oh, so it's just a souvenir then? I assumed it was a family heirloom of great value.
Traveler, please take this. May it bring you comfort when your mind is troubled. Is this our MacGuffin?
So it's an anti-anxiety coin? How is that supposed to work?
It's like a stress ball, but shaped like a coin.
Ah, well, even if the coin itself is a replica, the symbol of Rex Lapis is still genuine. And if the symbol is real, so are its effects. So as long as you have this coin, Rex Lapis will always be with you.
Oh, that's... yeah.
Mr. Zhongli, would you mind showing me to the vendor from whom you acquired this coin? I wouldn't mind procuring a little of the Lord of Geo's good fortune for myself.
Very well. The walk will do me some good. Friends, may we meet again soon. Totally going to Cloud Retainer's shop or whatever vendor. By the way, I'll be performing the Sanctification of Tao Dole on the day of the Lantern Rite. That's the one I was just practicing earlier. It's only a few days away now. I'd be honored if you could come and support me.
Oh, that's what you were singing just now? Paimon definitely wants to hear the full thing. We'll be there. We were actually learning about the 8 Adepts earlier, but we never found out who the 3 Beasts of Tao Dil were.
Oh, really? Well, for starters, the 3 Beasts of Tao Dole are also known as the 3 Immortals of Tao Dole. They were the Lone Butterfly of the Crimson Flame, the Jade Plume Silverwing, and the Gold-Eyed Celadon Mare. 3 auspicious beasts, all with the power to take on human form.
Oh, so they really weren't human, huh? The Lone Butterfly sounds pretty self-explanatory, but what about the Silverwing and Celadon Mare? What kind of creatures were they?
Silverwing was a swallow, and the Celadon Mare was a white horse. Legend holds that after purifying Tao Dole, Silverwing and Windreader went wandering together, but the white horse retreated in seclusion. Have you ever read Moonlit Bamboo Forest? That story mentions a white horse that roamed the Qingxi mountain range. A lot of people think she was the gold-eyed Celadon Mare.
Oh, cool! So, what about the butterfly? What did they get up to?
The Lone Butterfly gave her life during the purification spell. She was the only one of the 8 to sacrifice herself in this way. Even though the 8 had remarkable powers, purifying a god of Tao Dole's caliber was no mean feat. They had to resort to a secret art called a 7 and 8 gates array. The method involves obfuscating one of the gates so that evil can't escape. The Lone Butterfly was in charge of the gate that was chosen to be obfuscated, and so she disappeared from the world in the process.
Oh, that's so tragic.
But all was not lost. According to the legend, Old Man Wu Wang, another one of the 8 who looked up to her a lot, took up her mantle and kept her legacy alive.
Interesting. Huh. And then he taught that to the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, right? Didn't they train under him?
Exactly. That's where it feels like fate came into play. After giving her life to restore order to the realm of the dead, some chance meetings ensured that future generations continued using her methods to guard the border between life and death. So although she herself disappeared from the world, her mission to protect Liyue is still alive and well, thousands of years on. Anyway, that's basically the whole story of how the 8 Adepts purified Tao Dole. Also, notice how Xiangling is being so nice and keeping quiet, even though we literally ditched both her and her father for food, just to, without even telling them.
Now we finally have names for the full roster! Thanks, Yunjin!
My pleasure. I haven't performed this opera in a long time, so I still have a fair bit of brushing up to do before I'm ready. Don't practice too much or you'll tire your voice out. Thanks, I appreciate it. See you around.
Hey guys! Are you finally done? I've been waiting forever! Huh? Oh, Xiangling, what are you doing here?
Did we really forget about Xiangling? Jeez.
Tracking you guys down, obviously. You really made me work for it, too.
Yeah, because we said we'd be here, there at the restaurant, and said we went to the funeral parlor, and then up here.
It's honestly a little rich that you're out here telling everyone else to take care of themselves and keep a good work-life balance when you are apparently too busy to eat. Keep this up and I'll have to drag you to the dinner table and force-feed you my delicious cooking against your will.
Maybe.
Here we are. I present to you Chef Xiangling's newest creation, Drunken Plums in Snow. You must be starving, surely. Go on, dig in. Wow, this is so nice of you, Xiangling. Paimon hadn't noticed how hungry she had gotten, but smelling that food is making Paimon ravenous.
Ravenous? That's a big vocab word. Paimon.
Sounds like you have a tough life, hey, Paimon? Sometimes you feast, but sometimes the traveler lets you go hungry. You should ditch the traveler and hang with me from now on. You'll never go hungry again. Ooh, now that is a tempting offer.
At least I've never charged you for a single meal. Enjoy watching her eat your whole business into oblivion. Wow.
That may be true, but you also pretty much never feed Paimon on time.
What are you, a pet?
I was only kidding. I know Paimon loves to eat, but I think it'd take more than food to pry her away from your side. Anyway, enough about that. Time for you guys to eat. Whatever your plans are after this, they'll go much better on a full stomach.
It is very nice to hear Jackie as Xiangling, especially when so many people are voiced. Okay, that's where the first one ends. Okay, that was pretty decently lengthy. It's all about a more. Oh, got a rescue. Oh, that's cool. Nice. We'll look at the coin first. It said that it's a symbol of Arthopis and can be used as a protective talisman. Recipe. Oh, I guess I can't look at it right now.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?